I am live again here. Hi YouTube. This is Veda Day 20 Part 1. Or to say Veda 20.1 here, because I've been on the road for... Actually, I was on the road for just over like 5 hours this afternoon. Left at about quarter after noon, and traffic heading down here to Missouri wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be, so we got around to where we wanted to be a little after 5:30, and so we stopped at 8, and we found ourselves at a campground here south of St. Louis, just off of Interstate 55. Little tiny town called Pevely or Pavelli, depending on how you wanna. Hi April, you finally made it without me notifying you. Hey, I am camping. I'm pulling a U, like what you did for going to oh, hi Jacob. And yeah, I'm kind of pulling what you did, where I'm going to be kind of camping out in the middle of nowhere here. But I'm kind of walking up to the road here, and I'll kind of show you where we're at here. Yeah, I don't know if you saw me earlier. The drive down here, April, was not that bad. I was able to avoid downtown St. Louis because the traffic down there, I was not looking forward to it, but we were able to kind of stay on the outer loop, and we were able to avoid that. And so the traffic worked out in our favor, and got down here a lot earlier, so that gives me some time to decompress. But I'm kind of coming up to well, you got to deal with Atlanta, so but yeah, the traffic kills me too. And I was driving a big heavy van here. I know you kind of see it way down there, but we're kind of coming up here on the edge of the road where this little camp is here. We stopped at a Subway, and the one of the locals in there, one of the locals said that this would be the place to go here, and the people were nice enough. He's expecting that this whole area here later on tonight is going to get completely filled up with people. They're thinking maybe a couple hundred people are going to be kind of making their way over for the eclipse. And we are actually right in, I think we are just actually, I want to say we're just north of the center of the path of totality right now. So in about 18 hours it's going to get pretty dark out here, but I've got to go to bed tonight, probably at like 11 o'clock. I'm going to hit the sack, April, and then I'm going to have to get up at maybe like 4 or 5 in the morning. And I don't know if you saw my earlier post, April, but it's going to be like a 20-hour day for me tomorrow, because I don't expect to get done till after midnight when we finish driving up here. Of course, the drive up here, I'm guessing the drive up isn't going to be too bad. Hi, Cranky. I'm guessing that the drive up here isn't going to be too awful, because, or the drive back isn't going to be too bad, because the drive down here wasn't that bad. And I'm hoping that maybe the traffic will diminish by the time we try and leave here for 6. So maybe we won't get back at midnight. Maybe we'll get back like a little bit before, probably like 11, but it's still, I'll be home at midnight. And then I've got a 6-day week, April, next week. Think about that, 6 days. So but yeah, I'm actually doing pretty good, considering that I drove. There we go. Considering that I drove this thing all the way down. And so I'll just kind of hop in here. Did you disappear, April? Like, all the comments just kind of suddenly came to a complete abrupt stop. But yeah, this is all camping stuff in here. You're back. The terrorists brought 6 guns. So yeah, I got well, making dinner. Yeah. Gotta do that. Gotta make dinner. So. But yeah, so Yeah, I don't know if you heard me earlier, April, but I was saying that tomorrow is going to be like a 20-hour day for me, and I'm really not looking too forward to it. So I'm hoping to maybe get a few hours of sleep tonight, and then I'm just going to have to power my way through this because never had anything quite like this before happen. So we're pretty much winging it. And actually earlier this morning, I was kind of dealing with a bit of a panic attack after I got to work because just the suddenness of, or the reality of what was going to happen just kind of hit, and so I had like about a rough half hour there where I was kind of like, but then once we got on the road, I calmed down, so I'm doing a lot better now. And now that we're settled in for the night, I don't have to worry about finding a place to camp that's not going to draw the attention of too many people, if you know what I mean. Because we were pretty much expecting, we didn't know, because like all the hotels were booked up, but we didn't know about like campgrounds or anything like this, and we were almost expecting to just have to like park somewhere in the middle of like a strip mall parking lot. I had a really hard time sleeping and had a panic attack this morning too, so we're in good company. Like my final go-to, or my go-to of last resort, April, is just take some Benadryl if I need to sleep. Because that stuff just completely knocks me on my butt, and I'm going to have to do that tonight. But I only reserve that for worst case scenarios. Usually the melatonin's more than enough. You still need to get that list of supplements, because I need to try some of that stuff. You were talking about like that DMAE bicarbonate or something like that, and then you were also mentioning the stuff for your. You were also mentioning the stuff for your shingles was. What do you take for your shingles, April? Was it lysine? Was that it? Yeah, I think it was lysine that you were talking about. But I kind of need to do that too. So my reporter is coming over to me right now.
You got a grin on your face.
You're live on YouTube right now.
Howdy. We are here at Indian Foot Lake. I'm sure Zim has filled you in on all the details. Campground. By the way, Zim, they are not planning to open this up until 8 a.m. tomorrow for people to come in, and they're going to be having $5 per spot for Eclipse viewers. So, yeah, so it should be a good old time. So you're just scoping out the area, showing everybody kind of the digs for the night, or? Pretty much. Cool.
Jacob says hello.
Hey there, Jacob. How are you? You got a little bit of a fan base on YouTube there?
A little bit, yeah.
Cool. I didn't know that.
Just the two of us.
I didn't know that YouTube had a live feature.
It does.
That's interesting.
And I have I kind of have back and forth with several people that I've met on YouTube, and
oh really?
We have a good old time, don't we, April?
There you go. There you go.
April says hi.
Hi, April. How are you? C-O-N-N-O-R. O-R. It's an easy name to misspell though. So. See, you got one viewer active right now. That's April, who I'm good friends with. That's one more than I have.
She's in Atlanta, Georgia.
Georgia?
Yeah.
Is Georgia's in the path? I don't know if it's Atlanta is going to be part of the.
No, actually, it's northeastern Georgia. So.
Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. Wow. Atlanta's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful city. Have you ever been, Zim?
No, I have not. I have never.
There?
Yes, Turner Network Television is in Atlanta, but I've never been to Atlanta. But April says it's going to be 96% where she's at.
That's not. Hey, that's better than that's better than where we'd be at 92% in Cedar Rapids.
Yeah, in Cedar Rapids is going to be 92%.
Totality, though.
But where we are right now, it's going to be total. So we are looking very forward to this. We just have to make it through the night without killing each other.
Yeah, right. So they asked me. The campground owners asked if we were going live tonight. And mind you, we're from Cedar Rapids, Iowa. We are in Peevely, Missouri, which is about 300 miles away from Cedar Rapids. So they have no means of viewing the broadcast, but they go, "Are you going to be live tomorrow or tonight?" And I said, "Actually, yeah, we're planning on going live straight from your campground tonight." And they go, "Oh, awesome! We'll be watching for you on the news."
Jacob says it's going to be cloudy in Cedar Rapids, so.
With a chance of meatballs, or what are we looking at, Jacob?
Ha ha! Cloudy with a chance of meatballs.
Great
Where's
movie.
Bill Murray?
Yeah, right. Oh man. Yeah.
You ever see Meatballs? That's like Bill Murray's first big film.
Getting a little sweat going. I mean, it's
yeah, well, it is 93 degrees out here,
yeah,
so.
I saw that the forecast said 90. It feels like 97. I'm not feeling that though.
Love the book, by the way. Well, we do have a little bit of a breeze blowing here, but as I was showing everybody here, this is the layout of the land. This is like all of our camping stuff, and
yeah. But, sorry for the mess. It's a bunch of my belongings.
It's 97 in Atlanta.
No.
But yeah, there's my vacuum back there, April, for inflating the mattress. And then we got St. Louis television here. And then we got a computer here with internet. Yeah, so we can at least get email and stuff. And then April, you're I think you said you're a Final Cut lady, so this is what we are here.
Rejected his friend's growing radicalization.
It's trying to boot up.
And sentenced to 30 years in prison.
But this is our software, Avid.
Continued to investigate and uncovered new evidence.
And here it goes.
He was much closer to the Garland attack than anyone realized. After the trial, you discovered that the government knew a lot more about the Garland attack than they had let on. That's right.
So yeah, that's the software that I use to edit. And I think I might have missed some comments here, so my job is cool. It certainly is. I do get to it's stuff like this, April, that makes my job worthwhile. It makes it worth putting up with some of the crap that I gotta put up with, because I mean, I won't go into too much detail, but you know, like, let's just say that, you know, every job has its moments. But it's moments like these that make it all worthwhile, because I am not stuck in an office or behind a machine doing the same thing 8 hours a day. I've done that before, and I cannot do that. So I need something like this to get me out, get me exploring the world. I mean, this is therapy for me. It's therapy, and it helps me a lot, because I get to see things, and I get to go places and do things, and then I get to share them with you, April, which I love doing here. So, but yeah, I'm just gonna go for a little bit of a walk here. So you got any questions you want to ask me, April? I know you want to pick my brain on stuff, so now is the time, because we got some free time to sit around and just kind of, you know. But yeah, it is very hot and it is very humid out here, so. Either you've stepped away from the computer. Oh, my dad wanted me to be a weather lady, but I got nervous from being in front of the camera. I think everybody gets like that to a certain extent, and to be perfectly honest, you never get over it. Like all the people that I've talked to, you never quite get over that nervous part. There's always that little bit that just sits there. I don't think I have a question. Well, we'll just kind of take a little bit of a tour around here. So essentially, yeah, well, the eclipse people are coming tomorrow morning. But yeah, we got this nice lovely little campground here that we're going to be kind of hanging out with. And I don't know what your plans are tomorrow, April, for the eclipse, but it would be nice. I would have your phone out and ready and just at least recording them boys, so, and see what their reaction is to it, because even if you don't live stream it, post it on YouTube, it would be definitely interesting to see what their reaction to seeing the sun, kind of just a sliver of itself, would be. Because like, I don't know if you caught my earlier post that I did this morning, April, but I was talking about May 10th. Yeah, I'm going to try and go live too tomorrow. I don't know how well it's going to work out, but it's certainly going to be a thing where I'll maybe, because I've got to do, I got to do all that stuff and try and do this at the same time. So I might just have the phone set up on the ground shooting up. I think that might be the best angle that I can get. But what I'm going to do, April, I've got a couple different cameras that I'm going to run, and I'm going to at least compile some stuff, and I'll post it later on. And now I completely lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, I was talking about May 10th, 1994. When I was in junior high school, we had a partial solar eclipse come up through Wisconsin, and it was like 85%. And on that day, it was pretty neat because around 11:30 in the morning, it got super dark out, but it was still like light out like this. I mean, it was the same color, except it was really dark. It was like watching through really powerful sunglasses. And so we all went outside around noon because it was my lunch hour, and it was during the peak of the eclipse, and it was so eerie because it was cool, it was cold, it was dark, but it was still sunny out. I mean, it was really bizarre. And of course you see those crescent shadows from the sun coming through everything. So that was definitely That was definitely a memorable experience. But, you got anything for me, April? If not, I'm going to kind of hang it up here, because I need to save my data, so I'll give it 30 more seconds, and if you got something you want to ask, by all means, pop it up. If not, thanks for catching me, April, and we'll chat again sometime in the future here. I do want to do that collab, so I'll give her 30 more seconds. Gotta feed my kiddos. Go feed those kiddos. Feed them something good. I actually got recipes that I could share with you because my parents were horrible cooks, so I had to learn to cook myself. But we'll talk to you. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Hopefully we'll catch each other after the live when we can compare notes. But bye, April.